everybody, back with a new episode of Babylon 5. Last episode, the Great Council has been restored. I didn't realize, or I didn't understand at the time, that what Delenn did was to give the worker caste extra seats, to really let them lead. And the religious and warrior caste have to follow, which is probably the way it needs to be. Those two are always the ones really with the most conflict and can be the most extreme in their views. And I think the worker caste, the people, should have more of a say. I agree with what they ended up doing. The Civil War is over, and Delenn once again proving herself. R.I.P. to Naroon. Ugh. What a guy. Really believed in her so much so to go along with her plan, and decided that he wanted in his heart to be a part of the religious caste. But maybe that is something that needs to be worked on Minbar, where it's more of a choice on what caste you're in. I don't know the details and specifics of that, but I'm glad he got to say his piece before he sacrificed himself for Delenn. What a character he turned out to be. I really, really love him. And I'm sad to see him go, but what a way to go. But Delenn needs to get back so fast to Babylon 5, because I don't know what's going on with Sheridan. I've been holding on to hope that all the things that Garibaldi has been throwing at him has just been because of what's happened to him, and there may be some kernel of truth to what's going on with Sheridan. Bester really just kind of got his way by pretty much forcing Lita to be a part of the Psi Corps, because all of her options of getting other work were kind of thrown out the window. He foiled things with Garibaldi, I'm sure, and now she has to give her body over after she dies. The Psi Corps doesn't need her abilities, or the ability to understand her abilities in a way that they maybe can capitalize on. And then you've got Garibaldi himself, who is getting deeper involved with Edgar's, who we know now definitely doesn't like telepaths and is shrouded in mystery, and I just don't like the vibes. So there's a lot of things that we need to deal with, but if Delenn can get back to Babylon 5, that's a good place to start. I really hope we find out through Bester what is going on with Garibaldi. I mean, he scanned him unethically, but I mean, can you at least tell us what you know? There's something off with him too, in the same way that there's something off with Sheridan. And I want to have all the cards on the table so I know what we're dealing with. But everything feels so bad at this moment. This next episode being called No Surrender, No Retreat. I mean, that was what Sheridan was going for in his kind of tirade there at the end. And I think they're going to go pretty hard at Earth, it seems like. So we'll see where all things are at right now, but I don't feel fantastic about it, any of it, other than Delenn coming back. So we'll see where we're at. So yeah, let's get into it.
Enough is enough.
I mean, yes. It's back to being a war room.
Since we've been protecting you from raiders and border skirmishes, the number of incidents has decreased 70%. May we assume that you are all happy with this arrangement?
Good. Because now there's a price tag. Most of your governments have mutual defense treaties with Earth. As of right now, in exchange for our continued patrol along your borders, I'm declaring those treaties null and void.
You facilitated.
Your people here will need to be protected in case Clark tries to retaliate.
Beyond that,
Reasonable.
don't get involved. From now on, Earth stands alone.
Damn.
We're taking back Proxima 3. We're taking back Mars. Then, and take back our home.
Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Oh.
He's not here. He had to go set up a meeting with you. He had a meeting.
G'Kar.
Well, it looks like you had a late night.
Doesn't your homeworld matter to you?
Of course it matters. But I don't like the way he's doing this.
But that's the way it is. I don't always like the way Londo does things, and, well, me and most civilized worlds, but, sometimes he's right.
Sometimes.
So I forced myself to
He's
give him the
been
benefit
very
of the doubt.
wrong.
I can't do that anymore.
I was hoping Delenn would be back by
My
now.
squadrons are standing by, ready to go. I just hope some of them join us. Otherwise, this is going to get really ugly.
Yeah, it's going to.
Isn't it amazing how quickly we fall into familiar patterns
Yeah.
as soon as we come into one another's orbit? Like comets that flare when they get too near the sun.
I think y'all are soulmates.
But come here to spar
Like-
with you, G'Kar. You did help my own world. And I never thank you for that.
I have no interest in your thanks.
I did not think that you would. But it is there, anyway.
And I'm glad you said it.
As I said, we have never been friends. We will never be friends. There is too much blood between us, too much history. But I did feel for you as much as I did not want to. In the beginning, it was little more than the sympathy. But in time, I came to respect you.
Your respect matters to me even less than your thanks.
I promised to free Nan if you cooperated. I could have easily changed my mind, but I kept my promise. Surely that entitles me to something.
Was there something else
doesn't.
you wanted to say?
You may not believe this, G'Kar. I have made some very poor choices in the last 2 years. Because I did not think, those choices almost destroyed my world and yours. That is a humbling realization, G'Kar. I have spoken with my government. We will not remain neutral in the matter of Sheridan's war with Earth. I have convinced them to throw our official support to Sheridan.
Yeah.
While I do not know who the enemy is any longer, I do know who my friends are. And that I have not done as well by them as I should. I hope to change that. I hope to do better.
Londo. Oh my god, we've come so far.
Before war broke out between our governments, you bought me a drink. I
Yeah.
wish to return the favor.
Oh my god. Come on. You're like proxy friends. We can't officially say friends, but hey, we're gonna drink to it. Let's go. He's well within his right. Londo, you did a lot. He doesn't have to. It would have been nice.
And we'll do what we can to minimize casualties on the other side.
Good to hear.
But the job of a soldier is to destroy the enemy and come home alive. To that end, do what you have to do.
God, this is gonna get messy.
Do not fire unless fired upon first. They may not fight for Clark, but they will defend themselves. So don't back them into a corner. Second unit, launch.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
What's he doing here?
Making a terminal error.
Don't fire.
This is Fleet Command. We've got hostiles on attack vector.
No!
Vesta and Juno launch fighters and assume port.
No!
Getting signal lock, sir. Sir, it's coming from behind us.
Oh!
This is Captain Edward McDougan of the Fifth at a hostile vessel.
Mac, what the hell are you doing? Maintain radio silence.
Aki, long time no see.
Oh, friendly.
Sail out of here. This isn't going to work.
You used to pose moral conflicts for us as part of our training.
Oh.
You said that Soldiers aren't machines.
Oh,
They have to think.
yes,
They
I
have
like
to
this
decide
tactic.
If an order is moral or not.
That damn Megan and I told the others he didn't have what it takes. Fine, we'll force the issue.
No.
Open fire.
Oh, fuck.
Engage any hostile target. Fire at will. I repeat, fire at will.
Engage enemy forces at once.
Negative, Fleet Command. The vessel will not engage in support of illegal orders. I always knew you wanted a promotion, Bob.
Don't
Haven't
do
done
it.
badly until now.
Come on. God, there's always someone that's willing to just follow fucking orders.
Do not target Furies. She's non-combatant. Repeat, Furies non-combatant.
Good. Oh,
That was the best stuff. Forward guns have us in range.
Commander Philby's promotion has just been postponed by the crew.
amazing.
It is non-hostile.
Way to go, crew.
We are standing down.
Yes.
Confirm, Mackie.
Amazing.
2 down.
3. Juno is withdrawing from battle.
Yes. Yes.
Get to the life pods. Get to the life pod.
Oh my god. This is already so costly.
Nemesis has taken severe damage and is offering to surrender.
Give me the Heracles.
I'm the one they'll hold responsible, not you. I'm dead either way.
You have 30 seconds.
I won't let you endanger the ship because you're afraid to face the consequences of your actions.
Get in.
Are you questioning my orders, Commander?
No, sir. I am relieving you of command. Remove Captain Hall from the bridge. It's not the role of the military to make policy.
Our mandate is to defend Earth against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
This is domestic.
Now, Clark has become that enemy. Your oath is to the Alliance and to the people back home, not to any particular government.
Splitting that hair mighty thin, John.
Well,
Am I?
sometimes you have to.
We'll kick out Clark and the Night Watch and the rest of that bunch, and we'll turn it over to the voters. Let them decide if what we did was
Great.
right or wrong. Because in the final analysis, those are the people we work for.
Great. I mean, that's where Minbar ended up.
We need to talk it over.
Okay, that I feel better about Sheridan at this point. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, the drink.
Issue the joint statement. I will sign my name,
Hell yeah.
but not on the same page.
Okay, that is splitting
You
hairs,
understand
but it's fine.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, of course.
Eklund is going to stay behind and help with the defense of Proxima.
Good.
Gawa, I want to sign on with you. And so do I.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. What an episode.
This is Commander
Let 'em know.
Sheridan, bringing you
Let 'em
news of
know.
resistance. Today, elite forces dispatched from Babylon 5 engaged a destroyer group stationed at Proxima 3.
Mars.
Oh,
It'll take a while. Nope. I got some people in high places taking care of things.
yeah, you
If
do.
you say so. When you coming back? I'm not.
Yeah, but Mars is next. We're coming to you, man. This was quite the episode. Wow. I feel very heartened by this, even though we lost a lot of people and Sheridan said this is not a victory. You know, there's still much to do, but I'm heartened by his actions. I was worried after last episode. I'll not deny, and I'm studying him closely. His every move I'm trying to consider, but he seems to be making the right moves. And this was a gamble, and it could have gone pretty terribly, but it didn't, because he spoke to the moral consciences of these leaders of these ships. And I mean, I would like to think it would be that easy to do, and that there would be people like Mackie and then that commander of the Heracles that you could get to and have them choose the right thing. But it worked out for us. And I think everything that Sheridan did here was just and good and for the right reasons. And I'm so happy about that. I'm not 100% saying that I'm not worried anymore. I'll feel much better once Delenn is back and at least is involved and or at least knows what's going on. But I can't say I'm mad about anything that happened there. It was interesting to see the little dynamics inside of each ship, where you had Mackie, who had a prior relationship with Sheridan, who took to heart what he said about the ethics of what he was doing, just following that order. What people have done from just following orders is awful. And to see him be that leader and choose to not continue in going along with what Earth and Clark have told him to do, that was great. But then to see him get confronted by the person underneath him wanting his job, I mean, I'm glad that the crew jumped in and helped Mackie out with that. But then you've got like the Heracles, where that captain just wanted to not get in trouble for not following the rules. He was acting so selfishly, or following orders. That commander stepping in and relieving him of duty, and the crew going along with it. That was so great to see. I love to see all of that. And now I think all but one is going to stay back and, keep watch on Proxima 3, but the others are in. And that's great. We're going to need the help. I think Mars might be even more of a difficult situation, especially what we hear about them. I mean, they're starving and they're willing to go where they know they're probably going to get shot down just because, they have no other options. So Garibaldi's on his way there. He has no intent to come back to Babylon 5, which is sad. And I think maybe we'll finally get a big confrontation with them now that they'll both be on Mars. Hopefully. I don't know. I would really like to know what's going on with Garibaldi. Finally, I really just need to know. And he's getting just further and further in with Edgar's, and I just don't like any of that. But I think that might be coming to a head soon, hopefully. Oh my goodness. The G'Kar and Londo stuff was so heartwarming and well earned. We've been through the gamut with these two, and they've just been circling each other for so long. And Londo just doing everything he can to put the past behind them, if that's even possible. And I don't think it is possible, but G'Kar did as much as he could, and that is enough. It was on his terms and, his drink and a different page that they'll sign, but they are coming together because they believe in Sheridan. And that was wonderful to see, and to see Londo's face, because even he probably knows that he doesn't deserve it. It is well within G'Kar's right to refuse every attempt because of what Londo is responsible for doing to him and to his people. But G'Kar he's my favorite character. I love G'Kar so much. And for him to even give that little bit, not exactly what Londo wanted, but enough to be in it for Sheridan, for that common cause, that common goal. Says a lot considering where they've been. So that was all very beautiful. And I was, sad when he poured the drink back into Londo's flask or whatever. But for him to show up at that bar and to have that moment, that was an incredible moment, because they brought it all the way back to when all hell broke loose, and right when Londo had given the order to go after the Narn, when G'Kar had reached out to have that drink and to have everything that's happened since then come full circle back around to them at a bar and having a drink. That was incredible and so hard fought for, and I just can't believe we're here. And I can't wait to see what else we might get with them, because, is that future that we know that's going to happen where they're die together, is that still going to happen? I don't know. I hope not, but they are forever linked. And I'm glad to be where we're at with them. I'll take it every day of the week, considering everything that's happened. And I love that they're all rallying around Sheridan. I love Sheridan, and I hate that I've been so concerned about him. And I can't say I'm not 100%. I can't say that I'm all in on, okay, I don't have any more worries. I believe in him and won't question anything he does. I still, I didn't love that he kind of made the unaligned worlds have to end their treaties because he threatened to take away their patrolling, which is what he kind of forced them into doing when he made them think that they were necessary for reasons that weren't, in good faith. There were no invisible enemies that he was saving them from. I mean, there are potential threats, but I didn't love the way that was handled. But I really loved how Sheridan handled this particular battle. It was not, you don't fire first, minimize casualties. But at the same time, he's do what you have to do. That's what he said. And everyone knew what was at risk, what they were responsible for. It was such a clear and direct strategy. And I'm so happy about how things went here. We did lose people, and that is never to not, that you can't ever not take that into account. But the occupation is over. That's fantastic. Earth was operating so unethically and committing war crimes, and for Sheridan to be able to appeal to these people's consciences, that's great. Amazing. I would hope it would be like this, that this is how things would work. Unfortunately, you do have people like the captain of the Vesta who think like that and operate like that. But even in that case, his crew knew better and took the reins. So that was great. So after a lot of concern by me with last episode, I feel much, much better. I really don't know what to think about the whole Garibaldi situation. I don't feel good about Edgar's for sure. That does not feel right to me. But is he 100% wrong about Sheridan? In this episode, I feel fantastic about him. I do think he was, maybe his reaction at the end of last episode was completely warranted, and I am worrying for nothing. But oh my God, there's just little things that are, maybe they're trying to make it gray and make you question things like this, but I am just gonna, take it step by step and order by order and just see how it goes. But this was a great episode for Sheridan, and whatever it is that Garibaldi is thinking of him, what he said about him, like trying to build an empire, that doesn't feel true to me, especially how he was talking about what they would do once they got control back of Earth, give it back to the people, and have them decide on what happened here. You know, the people don't always make the greatest choices, but I mean, what is a better option? Unless, you know, Earth makes some sort of Great Council themselves. But even then, the Great Council ended up, you know, giving more of the power to the people. That has to be the answer. So this was great. I feel fantastic. And I feel like this was a great step forward. And we are kind of all in on going after Earth. I mean, I have no problems with that. Clark needs to be taken down. I just want to feel as good about what Sheridan is doing as I do in this moment, and I hope it stays this way. But yeah, I'm gonna take this for what it is, for sure. And I'm so happy that so many of those people, those Earth ships, that they did what was right and not what they were told to do. And I think that is really powerful and great to see. And Londo and G'Kar, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better scene, but all scenes, like all of that together was so good. Oh, it was excellent. I loved it so much. Those two their relationship. Like I said, I do think they're, in a way, soulmates. Forever a part of each other's lives, even when they didn't want to be. And I just enjoy so much every time Londo and G'Kar are on screen together. It's just so dynamic, electric, and it's like compelling. I'm in it. So yeah, this was a fantastic episode. I enjoyed it a lot. So I can't wait to see what we do about Mars and then Earth, and, you know, get all of this shit righted, hopefully. But we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, I'll take this win 100%. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.